Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's going to be budget red inventory time. I know this one's been requested, so we're not going to take too long. We're going to go right into it. As I mentioned in the last video, if we're hitting 2,000 subscribers, thank you very much for that, by the way, guys, we're going to be running a giveaway. And what I'm going to be giving away is this factory new P250's Visions. It's worth about £10 on the Steam market, so, I mean, either way, is you get a nice P250 upgrade, or you can get it and sell it, whatever you fancy. To enter this giveaway, we're going to try and make it pretty simple. All you need to do is leave a comment down below in this video of the favorite skin from this red inventory, and also hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. We'll let the giveaway run for a few days, and then I'll pick the winner, I'll reply to you, and then we can sort out how we do the trade. Now that bit's out of the way, let's get right into it. Going to kick it off with a knife and glove combo as usual, and it's going to be the Resin the Red driver gloves and field test it. We're going to pair this with a gut knife autotronic, also in field test it. The gloves are basically $90, the knife's $144, it means the combo total is $233. Honestly, this is a super nice budget combo if you're getting started. The gloves look good, the autotronic gut knife is one of the best gut knives you're going to get. Really hard to beat on a budget level. Then if you're happy to spend a bit more, you can jump up to $478 total spend, and you're going to get some specialist gloves, Crimson Web, and you're going to pair it with a survival knife, Crimson Web, in min wear. So the gloves are field tested, nice min wear. Grand total $478. I like this because it's a Crimson Web combo, and the Crimson Web's a lot brighter in CS2, and any other red gloves kind of have a huge like shade difference clash, but these gloves still work pretty nicely. And then probably my favorite combo for this is going to be the Sports Gloves Scarlet Shama in field test it, and we're going to pair them with a Stiletto Slaughter in minimum wear. You can go with basically any other slaughter knife if you want to. I really think the stiletto looks good though, mainly for when you're holding it like this. I feel like the pattern of the gloves matches how the stiletto is going to look, and slaughters look great in CS2, like with the lighting you can see here. And then these field tested Scarlet Shama gloves look insanely nice. And this total is $544. But to get a ballin' knife and glove combo for just over $500 is actually pretty solid given like the current prices. Now we'll run through the 7 main skins and then we'll go through all the filler skins. Now, a wonderful budget option for red inventories is going to be candy apples. You can get a factory new candy apple Glock for 82 cents. It's exactly what we need, and that's what we're going for. Now, I'm going to spend 10 times more on the USP, but it's going to get a traitor in field test it. It's a brightness skin. It looks great even in field test it. You get that shine. There's not much wear. I am very happy to spend $8 to get a USP this good. And then we lean on another brightness skin. This time it's going to be the Desert Eagle, and it's going to be the Code Red. You can honestly get this in Battle Scarred, and it'll still look good, but for the couple of dollars difference, I think $14 for the field tested version just makes sense. Then for the AK, it might be a surprise. I'm actually going to go for the Orbit Mark 1. I know this isn't like a crazy flashy skin. However, I think that like red and black combo will pair in really nicely with any of the glove combos we have. And overall, I think it is a nice skin. I think you can do a really nice budget craft on this, and it's going to come out looking good. Obviously, there's some long-term upgrades you can look at. One of them is going to be my personal options. It'll be an Empress. This is a mix of like red, blue, and like gold. But this is like anywhere between like $18 to $90 depending on the condition you get it in. I think this would be the next upgrade. Obviously, you do have the likes of red lines and red laminates too, but I think the Orbit Mark 1 looks better than those. Now, for the A1S, you're putting your Cyrexes in the bin, and you're getting a field test at Shantico's Fire for $16. Yes, it starts to pick up some wear. Yes, it's a very bright skin. It's very personal preference. I know some people don't like that yellowy gold outline. I low-key love it with the like Darrell Agents because you get the gold like wristbands and like watches and stuff. I think it low-key just pairs in really nicely. And then as much as that Hellfire I was using looks good, the budget option for the A4 is going to be the Evil Daimyo. You can pick this up in minimal wear for under $2, which is pretty much a no-brainer for this kind of inventory build. We're going to spend a little bit big on the AWP, and we're going to get a field test Wildfire. Much like the Shantico's Fire, you can see a bit of wear coming in on the back of the AWP, but the front of the AWP doesn't look too bad, which means whenever you're using it in-game, you actually see the skin, like, it looks pretty much, I can't say perfect, you can see somewhere there below the scope, but most of the wear is right at the back. You don't actually see that when you're using it in-game, and this just looks like a really cool red AWP. Now, that's the 7 main skins, and now I'll run through all the filler skins. For the Gale, we're going to go for $50, we're going to pick up a Signal. There's a couple of red options for the Gale, Connection, Firefight, stuff like that, but I think the Signal's going to work best. For the AUG, I'm going to recommend a Radiation Hazard, just over $1 from in wear. Outside of this, you go for a Sid Mead with a bit less red, a bit more expensive. SG has a pretty much perfect option with the Darkwing. This is 44 cents for minimal wear. What it gives is just a perfect option for budget inventories. Now, red scouts were a little bit limiting. If you don't use a scout, you could probably just not buy one. If you do use one, however, I'd recommend going for a redstone in field test it. It's $2.50, but I think the redstone The scope looks a bit ass, but the skin itself looks much better, I think, now in CS2. Now, for MP9, we're going to go for a Ruby Poison Dart. It does pick up wear. It is minimal wear too. It's 67 cent though, which, I mean, at that point, it's just a skin that wears high, but it's going to fit into the inventory, and that's what we need. P90 has quite limited options that aren't mad expensive, so I'm going to go for a field test at Shallow Grave. This was listed as being like a pink skin, but I think there's enough like pinky red through here to sort of count it for us, especially when it's just over $1. Now, if you use the MP5, you'll know there's very limited red options. We do need to see another one. I'm waiting for the lab rats here, mainly because in Souvenir, it's 13 cent, and there's enough red accents here to kind of fit in with what we're going for, and it's not too much clash, but obviously, we need to see a better MP5 added soon. We join the Mac 10 again with the Candy Apple. We're going to go for 17 cent. Candy Apple, love it, much like the Glock. It just works perfectly for what we want. The MP7, you're kind of forced to go with a Bloodsport, which isn't too bad because it's a nice skin. It's $1.50. You could also go, like, if you wanted to spend more on the AK, there's also that Bloodsport option. But I think, like, when we're talking budget, Orbit Mark 1 still wins. XM, we're just going cheap and cheerful. Red Python, just over $1. Minimal wear. Nothing to write home about, but it fits into the inventory. You could go for a Seasons, but you need to make sure you get the right pattern, and that's a bit inconsistent, so I didn't want to recommend. The Mag 7 has like 3 options, and every single one is like this argument between is it orange or is it red. To play it safe, we're spending 9 cent. We're getting an Insomnia. Means we have a skin. Looks cool. I probably personally would go for either a copper coated or a swag 7 or something like that because it's black and neutral. Another skin that we could probably have this argument about is going to be the Nevermore. Now, I think in CS2, it definitely looks a bit more red than orange. CSGO, it was this real argument between is it orange or is it red. I think it's a bit clearer now. This is a really nice P250 option for $50. For the Julies, we go nice and professional with the Panthers. I like how these look. I like the black and red contrast. It fits the sort of gloves we're going for. It fits even like the Mark 1, like AK. Like that black and red theme works so nicely. Then we have a no-brainer for the 5.7. It has to be the Urban Hazard, kind of like the Candy Apples. Like, they're just so cheap. They're so good to have, and they look so much better in CS2. Now, I'm a big fan of actually spending for a good Tech 9 skin. We're going to spend just over $1 here. And then we ended off with the Famous. Going to be the Survivor Z, 22 cent from minimal wear. Gets a bit of wear on it. Honestly, I think you could go for like a Valence. There's also Roll Cage that have bits of red through them, but they're not perfect. I think a full red Famous that has a decent wear would be nice to see. And that rounds off our budget red inventory for today. Now, through that video, you may have been thinking, we're spending a lot of money for budget inventory, but don't worry. The total cost for the 22 skins we have here is $110. I think overall, for a red inventory that looks good, that covers 22 skins, around the $100 mark is kind of like the fair price we're going to be paying. Some of the other color teams, we managed to get it to 80, but still 110 I think is fair. Whenever you look at the knife and glove combos we discussed, if you went for combo number 1, which was this Ultratronic and Resin the Red, and then all the skins, you'd be paying $344 in total, which for 22 skins plus a knife and glove combo, budget-wise, very fair. And then even when you increase the budget to this Crimson Web combination, this knife and glove combo with all the skins is $589 again for a flashier knife and glove combo and all these red skins. Given the prices in CS2 or how CSGO's been the past year or so, this is also pretty fair. And if you want for what I think my favorite out of it all is the Slaughter Knife with the Scarlet Shamas. This grand total is $655. I know at this point, if you're spending $600, you probably want to go for a flashier AK-47, and that's completely fair. I think that would be a fair upgrade. But overall, that's the inventories, guys. Remember to make sure you leave a comment down below of your favorite skin from this video. Hit the like button and subscribe so you can enter the giveaway for this factory new P250 Visions. I said that one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.